Hello, welcome to my channel. For this project you'll need a yarn. I'm using medium weight yarn and a hook. So let's get into the video. We're going to start by making a magic ring. I'm hoping you know how to make one. After making your magic ring, chain one, and then we're going to make single crochets around that circle. I'll be making 6 single crochets. When you're done making a single crochet, pull the hanging yarn and ensure that there is no space in the middle of your work. Make a slip stitch in the chain one that you made in the previous row. Chain one and then make 2 single crochets in the same space. Don't forget to put a stitch marker in the slip stitch you made so that you don't make a single crochet in the slip stitch. Continue making 2 single crochets in each stitch, and then at the end of your row make sure you have 12 single crochets. When you reach the end of your row, make a slip stitch in the chain one you made. Chain one, and then we're going to start by making 1 single crochet. Next we will make 2 single crochets in the same space. Next 1 single crochet. Next 2 single crochets in the same space. So you will do the same thing until you reach your stitch marker. I finished that row, so next we're going to remove your stitch marker and make a slip stitch and the chain one that you made when starting that row. Next chain one and don't forget to put your stitch marker in the slip stitch. Okay, now we're going to row 4. You'll make 1 single crochet in the first space. Next again 1 single crochet and then 2 single crochets in the same space. 1 single crochet, 1 single crochet, and then 2 single crochets in the same space. You'll do that until you reach your stitch marker. For the 5th row, chain 1, and then we're going to make 1 single crochet. Next 1 single crochet, 1 single crochet, making them 3 single crochets, and then in the next 2 single crochets in the same space. One single crochet, 1 single crochet, 1 single crochet, and in the next make 2 single crochets. So now it's 3 single crochets and then 2 single crochets in the same space. I finished my 5th row, so next you're going to start by making 4 single crochets and then 2 single crochets in the same space. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then in the next make 2 single crochets in the same space. You'll do the same thing until you reach a stitch marker. and then you'll continue from there. Next row, make 5 single crochets and then 2 single crochets in the same space. Continue until you reach your desired circle. I made 15 rows. You can make less rows or more rows depending on whatever size you want. Next, we will try and flatten the corners so that we have a circle. Chain 1. For the remaining rows, we are not going to make any increase, so we'll just be making single crochets around the circle. When you reach your corners, make very tight single crochets. This is how we're going to flatten the corners. When you reach a corner, make very tight single crochets, and then when you pass the corners, continue making loose single crochets because you're not making any increase. So when you tighten your single crochets throughout, your work will start curving. I made 2 rows of no increase, so next chain 1 and then cut your yarn. This is how my work looks like after the 2 rows of no increase. As you can see, the corners have flattened and my work looks circular now. So if you wish, you can make 1 more row, but don't make more than 3 rows of no increase because now your work will start to curve. Another thing, during the process your work will curve a little bit. Just try and pull it and then it will stretch. Next we'll make the fringe, and then the rest of the video is self-explanatory. This is what my work looks like, so I'll go ahead and trim the fringe so that it can look neat. This is what my work looks like. You can leave it at that point or go ahead and comb your fringe. This is the final look. Thanks for watching my video. If you like the video, please like, share and subscribe.